Son of Beast here, and you have been watching the Stanley Cup playoffs in between the matchups of the East and West Conference matchups in between the teams. And now, this all comes down to the Stanley Cup finals, as we have the last two teams standing in between the two. The first seed against the second seed from the Eastern Conference and Western Conference. Avalanche Rangers are next on EA Sports. Well, folks, Game 5 is about to start. In between the Avalanche and the New York Rangers, the last part of this game was a tremendous successful run, as the Avalanche have already won Game 4. And now this might be your time to step in to try to get back into it again, or the Rangers win it all here in the first season of NHL on EA Sports. We'll find out and see who has a lot of coverage man to make the shortage around mound with the other players' success and to succeed. With that one being said, we were about to head things over back at the Garden to do it again. And now for reporting on the commentary line, Meatbone. And along with that one, we have this fan, and across from here, the only one players that can definitely try to hit things on the deck, Lightbulb, here on the center ice of the game. I will be here for the end of the game by the time it's over, in between New York Rangers win or the Colorado Avalanche win. So with that one, it's time for Game 5, and if we tune into Game 6 if necessary, we will head you back to Ball Arena for another game in this session. Let's get started. Rangers, Avs are all set, preparing for the final or the next game if necessary. Let's get started. Beatbone, guys, all yours. Enjoy the game, folks. Hello everyone, Meatbone along with Fan and Lightbulb. This is the Stanley Cup Finals on EA Sports. It's time to get physical in Game 5. The puck is about to be set to drop it off as the both teams are ready to battle it along. And Colorado wins the face-off as we are underway at the Garden. Here are the courtesy lineups here in between the two. Mika Zibanejad from the front. Then it's Chris Kreider. Along the edge here is Artemi Panarin. Ryan Lindgren from the other end. And then we have this Alexis Lafreniere. And on the other hand of the team, we go for Adam Fox. Score! Chris Kreider releases his first goal. Rangers take a 1-0 lead.
He calls that one of his best displays here in the game. For Chris Kreider, he got a great stop on run. Only 47 seconds to shoot for the goal. He got a great deliberation like he did. And just before an end, he did a wonderful save out there to try to take him down where he had.
A good save here by Kilburg, and I will hold the puck here for just under 19 minutes to play. A minute to play on ice time. Here's another angle for the look here. The Rangers have a 1-0 lead in the first period. Now at the other end of the Colorado zone, Nathan McKinnon. Then it's under Burakovsky. Mikko Rantanen is in the forward. And then Devin Toews. And the scores will not be counted.
Let's have a look at it again. We saw Rantanen, and it looks like he just went in. And with that one, it will never count because it's not going to be a goal. He stopped the puck there soon enough to try to keep the position in there.
And that was a close call because this was a very tough one. And we have Cale Makar, and for that one, it will all be all for one with no goals yet for Colorado.
He was too close to make that shot. A close one calls in for them.
Here's Fox right down the other side. Off to the other end, we have his Lindgren. Battle for the loose puck for Colorado and New York. Rantanen has backs off to McKinnon. McKinnon's Panarin makes a block. Strome delivers over to Lindgren. Now finds Goodrow. Rangers pick up their way defensive into offense zone. Takes it away with the save by Kuemper. On the other hand, we have to call for is Igor Shesterkin.
Igor Shesterkin was the best displays in the New York Rangers team. He has definitely made us great successful ability. With his limitation to his key to succeed, he really got it all down and made a great stop out there to make him play for.
Goodrow right around the net. He fires off to Panarin. Panarin clears the puck zone for any corner of the wall. Toes will deliver it from here. McKinnon's up and along the wing. Inside the neutral offense zone. Glove save by Shesterkin. And that will clears the puck here with just under 16 minutes to play in the first period. Now the teams are in the offensive zone here in the wing for the center gladiator. And this one is about to be dropping in a 1-0 lead, a New York lead in this first period.
This was a very good close call because that was a tough tremendous inbound, and with all that happened to be here, they got it all a huge takeover round on the other side. They got it all in good between the covers to take it all they had.
Kadri saved off by Shesterkin. And another big save. Kadri up along the battle of the loose puck. Nichushkin allowed a Scott, saved me by Shesterkin. Kadri back over to Johnson. Hino with the steal of the puck. Nice zone entry from the middle. Girard over to Nichushkin. He fires the puck across around the ice of the board. Trouba took a heavy down on Binpack. Landeskog stops at him again. Hino along the other way. Moving to the net. Saved off by Kuemper. Girard takes it over as Nichushkin has the puck. Now Colorado's in their zone for the Rangers bench here in the zone on the other side. Great save deflection by Shesterkin. Miller passes over to Kreider. Rangers are in the offensive zone. Takes a shot. That's it's deflected wide. Kreider tries again. Trying to put it back in there, and it will not be in time to do it again.
Well, a better defenseman was going to try to stop one. He had all.
Alex Newhook scores! It's a tie game in between Colorado and New York. All alone with the other two, this was the toughest match in the game.
You called for Alex Newhook. He was already delivered to ring the pipe off and had hit the goalpost right down on the other side of it. He was knocking things over like he did here before. And with all that happened to be here, was a tough desire to make this one a true lifespan. That's a tough on play. I'll be keeping an eye on you by the end of this.
Kreider scores! 2 goals for Kreider in the finals. They break the chain.
You lead that with success here. Chris Kreider was gotten some great opportunity saves here to try to pick things up here to try to go for it along the board. He is really knocking things up. And it hit the same thing just like Colorado did.
Lindgren backing over again is off in the air. Moves inside, saved by Kuemper. That one gets the puck to hold the whistle, and we've only 11:42 remaining. Another face-off battle coming up here. The Rangers have picked up a 1-0 to 2-1 lead in for the first period. It's tough inbound to make it quite some time to do things again. Kuemper holds the puck with 11:30 to go. Now both players are ready to take the face-off. This one's the 2-1 lead, still on the scoring drive. Here's McCarr. He will dish off to win the face-off. Zibanejad takeover. Kreider rebounds the puck. Now back to Fox. Boosted Zibanejad, saved by Kuemper. Kuemper's holding on his momentum ability out there. They try to hit the deck and clear it out.
They need to do some big favors to do that one.
Mika Zibanejad, and only magnetic skills ability. He can try to hold the puck here and make his control. Hits the blade and then try to go right from the puck here from in front of the stick. Well, see, I'll be checking on Sabika's Avalanche if he has the magnetic skills to hook the blade and put it right in front for the stick to keep it going. Guys, it's all yours. Back to you.
Zibanejad's shot blocked. Wentinen scoots over to Burakovsky. The Avs are now in the attacking zone. Kreider takes it over. Lindgren with the puck. Now back over to Zibanejad. Past the mid-period in the first. Kreider's shot went off. Lafreniere tries again to Kreider. Back to Trouba. Shoots one. That's saved off by Kilpo.
Got a great save out there. Might need to keep that one a little heavy focus on the wrist.
Here with the other two. Gabriel Landeskog has gotten some crease crasher ability. He could try to sneak him down and try to take him out with the goalie to blind a shot. And the other one we called for is Adam Fox delivering things on his own. He has a great tape-to-tape feed skills and has his own ability to design for the open passes and get right in where they have it here in the forward. I'll be keeping an eye on those two in between the two players. We'll see which one who had the most to keep it on highlights on. Back to you guys.
Trouba went down. That's Landeskog. Takes it over. Trouba tries again. Over again. Scoring into range. Won't be enough. And that's a save B. Comes up by Kemper. All players are set here on ice. The Rangers still lead it. 2-1 is the score. Now for Johnson. He swings it over to Landeskog. Now fires the puck on ice. Around the board. Back to Miller. Miller with the puck control to Panarin. Panarin swings to Strome. 8 minutes to play in the first. Strome inside the attacking zone. Panarin shot. That was blitzed out. And Kemper comes to save the puck. He fires the puck around the ice of the wall. The wall, I meant. Landeskog holds on to the puck. Moving inside. That's it's deflected off by Shesterkin.
He got it really heavy on that one, Gil. He would have tried very hard to make it particular in between the range.
Shot saved by Kemper. That one clips the puck, and that one will be a first period to go winding down with 6:46 to go. Here's another time on attack in between, 1:48 for Rangers and 1:04 for Colorado. Now there's a lot of playing the opportunity to give it a run. Fox wins it. Moving inside. Off the air back to Fox. Moves to Keto. That's taken over by McKinnon. Up along the wing. Go right to the middle. And Shesterkin takes a save. This one goes right down here by 6:17 left to play in the first. Another hit ability in this game. Avalanche and Rangers are our only toughest team in between a 1 and 2 moment. After the loss to Florida Panthers, this was regaining out of grief and desire. And that may be the only thing why they couldn't try to make it all.
It is true, honesty. The opinion was definitely great. And that is what everybody really loves. They could try to take him down like they were a better player than they have done before. Others think they wanted to try to keep him down out of the range and do it again. Most every single day. Not just really a good start of this tricky zone ability, but it's a very hard one to try to keep it in motion and get right where you had it.
Fox slams down to the wall. Johnson over to Girard. He moves quickly over to Rantanen. Now inside, McKinnon. Shot saved by Shesterkin. That one holds it up here for only 4:37 to go. Now the players are set here on ice, about to face things off here in the center of the circle. Johnson took a whip down hard angle. Fox slings over to Lindgren. Now moves over to Kreider. Rangers are back in the attack. That one gets chipped out. And a takeaway over by Johnson. Kadri with the puck. In the middle, that's saved off by Shesterkin. Lafreniere going back the other way, a number 2-on-1 attack. And losing the puck is not going to stop. He lost it. Kadri with the puck. Moving in front. Saved off by Shesterkin on the other end. Only 3:10 to go in the first period.
He's doing great competitions out there. Using a bit of skills, a lot of high energy power. He really got it all down where he wants to go for.
Zibanejad wins the faceoff. Lindgren with the puck. Up to Zibanejad. Over to Lafreniere. Lafreniere moving it over. Kreider with the puck. That's taken away by Kadri. In a zone entry, Colorado. They go for the center attackers. That is knocked out of the way. This one turns over to Zibanejad. Now Zibanejad's in the middle. Lee and Landeskog will try to take the puck away to deflect it. Petrushkin over to Makar. Under 2 minutes to play. Here's Makar. With the hammer. Saved off by Shesterkin. That one gets a puck to hold to clear the deck as we have a number one coming in for the faceoff.
I guess the players are they definitely for you. Me fun?
Well, I wouldn't complain. Here's another one from Makar, and Ranson a shot, scores! They tie the game!
Ranson was definitely a achiever out there. Just really gotten some great one-time goal shots. That was very hard how he took him. He took care of it all of his ability. And for Mikko Rantanen has gotten the tying game score. A planner out has been succeeding from his nightly game of this one. He was really having a difficulty time, but this was never going to happen.
Score for Andrei Burakovsky. The Avs take the lead for 3-2 over the Rangers. A minute and 18 to go. Now here's another angle for Miller. Miller fires the puck around the ice on the board. That will stop by toes. Burakovsky with the puck. Under a minute left to play in the first period. Now with the backhand. Releases it too short. Panarin up with the puck. Now over to Stroll. 35 seconds to play in the first period. That one's locked out as Makar takes over the McKinnon. The Avs now have their way advantage forward to push the innings ahead. Now here's snappy moment for the Panarin shot. Goodrow saved off by Kilbrough. Goodrow with the shot. Saved by Kilbrough. That will have to close the book. The book is in. And right now, a 3-2 lead for Avalanche picks it up. A lead by 1. We'll be right back with the second period after this one. Welcome back to the ice of Madison Square Garden. We're about to set things up here in the second period. Hope you've been enjoying with us here as we have a tight battle range of Colorado and New York. So far, in between the two, we have a closest battle in the range. And New York Rangers are trying to pick up their win here and again in the home game and beat them out here in their away game.
They really got some heavy equipment here. So you really got to do something there very quick. Because if they can't have anybody open like that, the goalie might be appearing it up again. Looks like Thomas Toes was even shaken up a bit. He was really trying to make sure he's in good condition. But right now he's still okay, and he has talked with the medical assistants here. He is already okay here on the board. Now we're back on the other end. He will have to try to figure things out.
Here's Kadri over to Rantanen. Over the shot, saved by Shesterkin. This one comes in to make it alive again and again. All that happens to be one of the bestest part of this game is making some great saves.
It's true, because now and forever, they are doing some great saves this game. They got all down here where they wanted to go.
Score! Makar gets it! Another goal here for Colorado.
There was no way that Makar was going to try to take the goal. He really have a lot of pressure here. And if all that happens to be gone, it was all that they need to bring things in. It's tough now. What a stop here.
Here's another one with the angle there. Kreider step at the board. Lindgren up over to Lafreniere. Now swings to Zibanejad. Goes to the right. Kreider shot. That deflects it and goes right to the wall. Zibanejad saved off by Kuemper. Bobrovsky with the puck. Take a little big banger out here. Kreider with the puck. Now swings to Lafreniere. Lafreniere inside. Running with the Fox. In a slot. Stopped by Kuemper. That one's going to be under 18 minutes to play in the second period. Now they're back to another face-off position. This score has already been taking things down lately here for the period. A 4-2 lead. Now here's Kuemper on the other end. Fires it over to O'Connor. O'Connor trying to hold on to the puck, but it went too loose to go from here. Here another one was slipped down as Panarin has one. Panarin right around the board with the shot, saved off by another goaltending of the game, of defenseman player. That one's saved off again on the other end. Boudreau with the puck. Now he swings to Lindgren. Saved off. Lindgren up again. Took a little big bang down here as Toews has it back to Dubois. Now swings over to Hunt with the steal. On the tackle center. Toews up with another one. Saved me by Kuemper.
Quite a tough Patrician calls. They gotta try to fix things up a bit.
Now for another face-on attack. 15-9 is the score in the first of the second period. Now here's another one for Edel. That was saved off by Kuemper. Hunt back to Gauthier. Moves over to Edel. Shoots and scores! Edel, first goal of the finals. Now puts up a 4-3 lead. They're cutting down by one. What a move here.
That's for Hito. He has been playing things all over again. Most of his career decades, it was only turned out like he did before.
Toes right over to Burakovsky. Over to Beaucadre. Kadre trying going in the roundabout. That was knocked away. Kadre loses the puck. Now Trouba will sling the puck to drive it off. Another one for Rantanen. Rantanen moving into the neutral zone. Back to Burakovsky. With the shot saved off by Kuemper. I'm sorry, Shesterkin. Gauthier moving inside. Tries to go for it. That shot went wide.
Not a very good hit here. They need someone else that can keep and protect.
Kuemper will hold on to save it again. Those two in right now, Shesterkin and Kuemper, have a lot of different range in the motion. That may have been the only team that we are ever looking for.
They do have it always. They gotta do it. They can never be losing this one, and they could have tried to take him down where he wanted to have to go. It may be a tough one to be honored and try to go over it again to make him slow it down.
Kadre with the puck. Moving in front. Saved off by Shesterkin. Another big save. Nearing down, 12:40 left to play in the second period. Rangers still have their advantage to give it another try. Toews comes in to save Kuemper. And now inside his zone. Toews with the shot. Deflected by Miller. Miller up across Trouba with the battle sheet of the attack. That's up by Shesterkin. Shesterkin was already been knocked out and trying to take things out where they wanted to go.
Nah, I'm not really uncomfortable what they are looking at. This is a very hurtful, painful, crucial moment, and it may be happening out there if you're one of the teams.
Up along the way. Comfort, save again. That's stopped by Goodrow. Goodrow into the middle. Gonna take one. He scores! That is Goodrow with his first goal in the game. In game 5. It's now a tie game.
All because of Barclay Goodrow. He was lifting his pressure, and he had it all down here where he had it before. That was a great tense game how he did, and they now have a tie. We're trying to find out if there's a one-on-one team. Let's find out. Yeah, Lord. In between the two. Guys?
Under 11 minutes to go, and it's stopped, saved by Shesterkin.
You don't want to get that one a good call. Great save.
That stopped here, as Shesterkin will try to hold the rest for a moment. Now they're back in offense, ready to do it again. Now this is a 4-4 still here in 10:36 to go. Now over to Lindgren. Lindgren over again to Barclay Goodrow. The other side has already been taken out. Panarin shot, went a little too wide. Over again, he scores! Artemi Panarin, a first goal in the finals.
He is leading it so far. How could you not stop him and slow it down? That was a question I gotta tell.
Right now, the Rangers are back in the lead. A 1 goal here for Artemi Panarin. 10 seconds left to play in this mid-period of the second. Now over to Gerard with the shot, going to rebound it. Oh, Shesterkin will have tries to save it, and it was too late for him to keep it back inbound. Now for another approachment here. We are just getting things underway. 9:38 to go. Here's another one. Up again is Fox. Take a big ref down. Now over again. And this one is knocked out for Alexis Lafreniere. This one is trying to keep the range out of sight. Now our next one. Here's another angle. In the corner now. Shesterkin with the save. Only 8:36 left to go. He was really trying to keep his way down in pressure. But now for Ola. He can try to do things on his own. And with that, the team needs help. Now another win for Johnson. Girard back the other way. Now he swings it off, and it's deflected wide. Ooh, the body slam throwing down. Now here's another angle. Now he will dish it back to Lafreniere to Zibanejad. The Scorpion right behind. And this tough save inbound by New York Rangers.
Not really a tough one to try to keep your man out there. You might need somebody else to try to go from here.
And a save off again on the other end for Shesterkin. Here's another one. Now it swings over to another player to go from here. Here with the attack, Kemper save. Now Sabeka, just 7:09 to go. Well. I know that. It looks like I was seeing him since this season of the Anime Sandy Invitational. How did you know that? Well, it's because they did, honestly. How many years have you been playing? Oh, it's just quite going with the angle here. It's tough now, but we are not sure who is it yet. Rantanen saved by Shesterkin. 6:26 left to play in the second period. Right now, this ice is already coming down into the wire. Here's another angle look of Alex and the other one. Try to force things up. Now putting it back the other way, and that was saved off again. This one happens to be Borowiecki once more.
He was trying to keep his follows and pays attention at this point. He really can't just lose the player on the advantage to try to hurt somebody.
That's saved off by Shesterkin. Now another face-off attack coming up, right down into the left corner of the wing. It's a tough one, but don't be the challenging one and try to brace yourself. And this one is going back the other way. Panarin over to Miller. New York's back along the attack. Finds Panarin. Shoots one, not going to be enough to get there. Panarin scoots inside. That is kicked out. That one also holds the puck here with just only 5:01 to go, coming down to 5 minutes. Both teams are set here in the center of the ice. New York Rangers, 1 of 5, and handling bashing of Colorado Avs, 4 wins. Now this one curls away. Looks for an open teammate. Newhook, saved by Shesterkin. This one gets the puck to hold things on with only 4:25 to go.
It's a great play out there, like a fire drill. You always gotta know that.
Zibanejad wins it. Scooped up along the board by Kreider. Take a look, big hang out there. Zibanejad over to Trouba. Trouba loses the puck. 3:50 left to play in the second period. Now up again, we have his toes. Oh, but the shot saved again by Shesterkin.
He really got it all down. And he only plays for himself, just gotta keep on coming down.
Off the other way, here's Lafreniere. Backing over to Zibanejad. Zibanejad inside. It's staved off by the 2 goalie defensemen, but wants to get right back at it.
He could try to put a little more speed. That would have been a hard one to try to make a harassment.
Here's Trouba over to Rangers. And the shot went wide. Now he puts it back over again to Kreider. Kreider holding it back in there. Pushing off the wall and trying to get out of the way. And he scores! Alexis Lafreniere! A first goal in the finals. Extends their lead 6-3.
Not for that time, because all that happens to be with great plays of this game. Alexis Lafreniere got the assist, and he has tapped it in there like he never did before.
Another one goes down a bad angle. Here's another one as McKinnon is already on the wall. Following it over with a yell on the side. Fox fires the puck across the ice. Now this goes back to Hall to Monchar. Monchar over to Burakovsky. Burakovsky with the shot, saved by the glove. It's a Shesterkin. He really got it all down of it. He tried to go heavy, make the attack work, and that's all that happens. Nearing the final minute of play in the first period, it's a 6-4 game as the Rangers are already up in 2. Now this one happens to be back to Miller. Now back to Miller. Fox with it now. That's saved and tipped away. Landeskog up. Oh, knocked the goalpost over. Almost going to be beating it out.
You never really see that one coming because, it never happens. Most players are definitely getting tired. They really don't want to run anymore. That's what the problem is. We need something else.
Leader with the puck. And we'll have to hold the puck here to tip it out. That ends to wrap things up in the second period. 6-4 is where we left off. Third period up next after this. Mayfield, Fan, and Lightbulb are back in the arena. It's time for the third period. And hope you're enjoying for the first 2 periods. The Rangers have an amazing, outstanding comeback here. They have a 6-4 lead over the Colorado Avs. So far, however they played here, they got a lot of change-up that they wanted to make. And this one is turning out to be an outstanding performance run.
They never usually quit here. No quit in New York. They really love to do things here right from EA Sports their crew. But for real games, they've really gotten a great situation here. I really like the hustle of the work. They got it all down here. They are doing great.
Here's Rantanen with the puck. He covers it over to Toes. Rantanen back again. That one gets caught up in traffic here as Fox delivers it. The Rangers are in the attack. Toes takes it over to Rantanen. Battle along the loose puck. Kreider with the puck. Now finds Lafreniere. Takes a shot. And save comes up by Kuemper. Back the other way is Newhook. The Avs are now in the offensive attack. He takes a shot. That's just saved off by Shesterkin. And a whistle has come down here as we have a puck being covered up with 17:42 left. Both teams are one of the best displays in this game, but for regular season it all changed to be a back-to-back plays.
They always do because this was a toughest one to try to make an inbound, and for definitely a tough number range here, they got a great offensive look on the stride. This one, you wanted to look at the player and you wanted to look for the man opener. You really like to take it at your own risk. Take your time and just go for an open look or open pass. That's the choice.
Here's another one being here back in the other long side. This one now comes in for 6-4 is where we left off. Here's Miller. That one gets caught up in traffic. Gets caught up by Panarin. Now here's Comfort back the other way. He moves inside, takes it over again. What a nice save here by new player of Shesterkin. Taking a goalie here from after Lundqvist's retirement.
Well, I usually call that one here Shesterkin, the goat. And that's because of they're doing things, a lot of culture in between. They got a lot of stuff here. And because of that, they are doing a lot of hard dedication feeds in here. That's where they really like to take the save moments.
Here on the attack. The Avs now pick your back way in the other end. Oh, went down heavy hard on the Trouba section.
Now that is a very tough one. Every since in there, they are trying to pull together.
Save made by Kuemper. This extra section is turning to be a hard one in back. And now this one turns to be another save. Panarin saved by Kuemper. Wow, in between the back-to-back saviors, it looks like Kuemper was trying to make a move out of it. Now into another offensive zone here for another face-off coming up. Colorado wins it. Johnson will be picking it over right to Burakovsky. Moves inside, Rantanen. Miller takes it away. Zibanejad with the puck. Carries along around across the wing. Finds over off an air. That takes over by Johnson. Johnson has another huge steal attempts at making it possible enough to try to make it in there. Excellent save by Shesterkin. Lafreniere shoots over to Zibanejad. New York's in the attack now. Zibanejad lost the puck. Kadri with the steal. Now this one comes back the other way. Over to Rantanen. Shot blocked. Fox moves it over on the other end. Back to the attacking zone. Fox and Kuemper comes in to save it and passes over to Gerard. This one is the toughest and bound to make the play in through. Oh, quite a rebound. Oh, a save by Kuemper. Almost would have been knocked by his helmet off.
It's true because he would almost made a headshot. That could be a very tough one to try to stop one.
The save B comes in for Shesterkin, and we got a whistle played here under 13 minutes to go. Now we're ready to face on to the attack. I hope you all enjoyed your amazing NBA of the draft pick, also along with the NHL draft. In this one, we got a lot of great new players that will be playing here on ice. And so far, we may need to know what will happen here. And here's another one. Avi Kubo up. Saved me by Shesterkin. That's another huge save. Tries to stop one again as Zeno takes it over. In the attacking zone. Heedle. Trying to take the puck away, and this one goes back to Heedle. It's Toes with the steal. Avi Kubo with the puck. Racing towards the other side of his zone. Avi Kubo can't find anybody. Lindgren back to the attacking zone. Puts it over to Gauthier. Gauthier looking over. Elm takes it back. Another new changeup has been lifted. That save me comes in by Shesterkin. Stern back the other way, deflect wide. Here's another attacking zone here for Lindgren. Another attacking zone coming back in the other way. Newcomb. Another one comes in. And it's another off shot wide.
There's too much to try to take it down from here. Because nothing else to go with. And they can't find an open man to try to take him down.
Gauthier went shot and deflected off by the goaltender. We're passing the midway period in the third. This could be a possible run if the Rangers wins the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time in the season. The delay penalty is whistled, and that was going to be on New York. That will be a interference call. That will be on Jacob Trouba.
Not a great sight. Always to keep your eyes in the tune. Not a really good stick friction, and that definitely causes the man to be holding on that call.
Avalanche will be on here for the first time power play for tonight in Game 5 with under 10 minutes to play in the third. Here's McCall. Shots! Glove saved by Shesterkin.
A great easy save is coming in wide. He is delivering a pressure that he wants.
Here's another face-off in between the zones. 25 face-off wins for Rangers and 22 for the Colorado Avalanche. 49 saves was picked up by Shesterkin, and he put it up great here to pick up the attack.
Into all base. They really got some great average on the feed. They might be putting things on a show, and they might be showing things off how well they have played.
Miller flies the puck over to the other side. 8:40 left to play in the third. A minute and 20 for the power play of Avalanche. Up with the shot, and Kadri scores! They're now cut down by one. A power play goal for Colorado.
Nazem Kadri was deliberated to succeed. He was bearing out his stick, and he had it all in control. Their team is already catching up to make their way on to make them pay for it. We'll see if the Avalanche can tie this series to try to pick things up here in the third and go back to overtime. Over back to you guys.
Rantanen with the puck. Now swings over to Toes. Rangers back on defense. Toes finds a man on Kadri. Shot to lift it out of Kadri to Shesterkin. Rantanen up. Shot wide. Rebound is taken over by McCall. Takes it over in front. Those two saves here for Shesterkin. Take a look at this. This is a man average that he was trying to lift him down and punch him out like he never did before.
It's clear to see why he was going for that one. He was lifting it so much to try to keep him momentum out of here. They were trying to push him out of the way and then try to get out of here.
Rantanen inside the offensive zone. With the shot, deflected off onto Zibanejad. Here's Kreider along the other way. With the shot, stopped by Cooper. That's another Zibanejad. And Cooper will take the puck. Scoop up along the board in the middle to the offense zone. McCarr is taken away. Put a little bang out there with the bumper car hockey. Miller has the puck. Now good throw back the other way. Takes it over to Zibanejad. Rangers back in offensive zone. With a shot. That deflects off the goaltender. Passing 5 minutes left to play in the third period. 6-5 is where we left off. Here's another range zone. Trouba takes it over. And Aaron back over to Goodrow. Goodrow inside. Moves around the man. Strolling around with him. Skipper holds up with the puck. Gobbles it through. That stops the play with under 4:30 to go. And here's the call as we have Lightbulb.
Adam Fox is delivering things on his own. He's got a great tape-to-tape feed on his own ending. Looking for another one here for tonight. And he might be ending to his approachment to finish for the postseason until the next season. We'll see if Adam Fox can deliver up with the tape-to-tape zone ability to try to hit the players to hit the deck.
Shesterkin, another huge save. This was another one. And he got a great hustle on the work.
Indeed he is. Dakota's putting up a great muscle on the move.
Mikko Rantanen, the only other side. Speaking of Adam Fox, another tape-to-tape zone for Rantanen. He's gotten a lot of great communication feeds here. Two guys are doing the best, but we'll have to find out which one of the players from tape-to-tape feeds got most of his careers on his bets. I'll keep an eye on Rantanen and Adam Fox with a last minute in duration in the third period. Back to you guys.
In the attack now. That's saved off by Shesterkin. But Aaron back the other way. Put a little big around. Burakovsky over to Rantanen. Now finds over to Gerard. Over to Kadri. Shot. It's deflected out wide. Lafreniere holds up with the puck around the board. Now he scoops it over to Fox. 2:30 left to play in the third. Strome racing inside in the middle. 2-on-1. Kemper. Glove saved by Kemper. That one clears the puck here with just 2:14 left to go.
In between the two, Gabriel Landeskog has his crease crasher ability. He can try to blind the goaltenders and try to take the deflective skills here and get a goal. Mika Zibanejad has a lot of magnetic skills. He can try to put the puck in through and put the puck right to the blade and then get right to the stick to try to get right around him to make him a good skill in contact. I'll be keeping an eye on those two in between the two, so there are the only two teams left from the Avs and the Rangers. Zibanejad and Landeskog. We'll see which one has a higher player advantage here to give it all they've got. Back to you guys.
Put a little punch out. And we come down to the last minute to play in the third period. The Rangers are looking for a way to win a game. Zibanejad, Kemper making a saving dive catch. He is putting up a show here for tonight.
He is, honestly. Most opinions are being in the pressure
To try to hit the deck.
The racing of the face-off is coming back in towards the end. Now here's Miller. Moves inside. Goodrow holds it on. Strome with the puck. He flings it over to Goodrow. Around the puck and in. That is stopped by Kemper. Toes with the puck. Now racing over to Rantanen. Now they're pulling the goalie away to have the man advantage on the board.
They're going to try to keep an eye on it if they want to get back in the game.
Rantanen over to Cody Kuhl, and he scores! They tie the game!
Wow, I don't need to nail that one. Abi Cuba was definitely trying to lift the man into this curse. He is putting away to try to take the save out of him. Wow.
Abi Kubo has his first goal in the finals. We approach down to 20 seconds. Zibanejad back the other way. Moves over to Lafreniere. 15 seconds to remain. Lafreniere inside his zone. 10 seconds left to play. Will he get a goal or will they go to overtime? Kadri up. Makar will have to leave it here. We are going to overtime.
That is a tricky one. Inbound is no option.
With Avs and Rangers side, it's 6. Overtime is next after this. The next battle in between the Avs and Rangers. The third game happens to be the overtime winner here for the Rangers. But right now, this happened to be the 5th game that they are going to do. This one's the toughest matchup that no one has ever seen it before.
And you're telling me the only players that wants to get things up to a great start, they are trying to look for its man and to an advantage. They have something to do with to go with the other guys and the other players.
So right now we're about to set overtime in between the two in the Stanley Cup Finals. Will it be the Avs win to come back and move approachment to Game 6? Or will the Rangers win it all here in the first season of the Stanley Cup Finals of NHL 22? Well, the decision is about to be happening here, and we are about to see who is going to win. Let the match decisions start now. overtime. Here we go. Let's get in the game 5. It's been a fun matching so far in between the two. We've got a lot of them to get things supported, so let's get physical. And not today! Rantanen scores the puck! The game is over! We are approaching the game 6 back at Ball Arena.
Wow, I don't know what to tell you this one. This was the toughest range that no one has ever seen. And with that game winner, it goes to Rantanen. His puck dropping is just a quick releasement save. With the backhand shot goal, that happens to be one of the best plays there, guys. Rantanen is just a game finisher.
And that wraps it up. With me, the Me Phone, Fan, and Lightbulb, this has been a presentation of the Stanley Cup Finals. The next game, we're about to head back to Ball Arena in Game 6. The series is 3-2. We'll be back here to do it again. And now to close things off, time for 3-star players of the game. Number 3 we have is Nazem Kadri. 1 goal, 2 assists, and 2 hits. Only made a great save at that point, and with that goal, was impressed. Number 2 of the 2nd star we have is Cale McCall. 1 goal, 2 assists, and 8 hits. Put up a great show for tonight, and that brings us here with a win. And for number 1, the only man who knows it all, Mikko Rantanen. 2 goals, 1 assist, and 1 hit. Amazing effort to make an overtime win to hit the deck. So that wraps it up here, folks. Along with Me Phone, Fan, and Lightbulb once more, I am Me Phone, and thank you for watching for Game 5. We'll stick around next time as we approach back to Ball Arena in Game 6. And if necessary, we will have a sudden death in between the Rangers and Colorado back at the Garden for Game 7. So with that, thanks for joining us. Peace out, everyone, for as well as the Stanley Cup Finals on the NHL 22 dial. Good night in the Garden of New York.